Today's review comes from Polly's Brew Co. and a special beer. This is called Collaboration Brew Day with International Women's Day, and it's called Ceres. It's a double dry hopped pale ale, but what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going to Polly's Brew Co. and this is a new beer from them and it's part of a collaboration for International Women's Day. It's called Ceres. I think it's Ceres. I think that's a Greek mythological, some one of the gods or something. I could be completely wrong there, but it might be. And it's in collaboration with Unite Society. Double dry hot pale ale, 5.5% in this striking purple and gold can. Hops wise, we've got Ella, Idaho 7, Crush and Simcoe. 4 hops, barley, oats and wheat. So let's crack it open and get it in my Polly's glass. I don't get out that often because for me this is a pale ale glass. So it's not really a glass that I would drink IPAs in, because I've got IPA glasses. And I like the Tetu glass for my dippers, as it were. So I saved this one for pales, and obviously this is a Polly's pale, so it seems to be the right thing to do. Okay, so beer in a glass. We've got this bright yellow, very hazy looking beer. 2 and 3 fingers even, fairly compacted head with some loose bubbles around the outside. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. I mean, this is the thing with Polly's. They know how to make good pale ales. It's like, if there's one brewery that I will buy pale ales from, it will be Polly's, because, you know, I've seen IPAs that look less hazy than that, and I just think that they're very close to IPAs. I like the idea of this one because it's 5.5%, so it's at the high end of pale ale level. But anyway, beer in a glass looks pretty good. Let's see what the aroma's like. It smells very juicy. There's lots of citrus in here. But you'd expect that because the lead hop is Ella, which is very, very lemony. I always think very lemony, sherbety. We don't see it enough. It's a great citrusy sort of heavy hop, and I like it. Yeah, smells very lemony. Bits of grapefruit. But that's about it. I mean, you've got 3 other hops in here. Idaho 7. Expect a bit more earthiness, a bit of that black tea coming through. It's not really coming through in the aroma, but it's a bright, very sort of citrusy beer aroma. So let's see what the flavour's like and see if it matches it. Cheers, everyone. Flavour-wise, very dominant on lemon flavours. There's different areas. There's the sort of more pulpy, juicy sort of lemons. And then you're left with a sort of a little bit more rind, a little bit more sharpness of lemon. Is that developing a little bit? The flavour's quite strong on the back end. So you get a bit more sort of heavier, thicker, stronger citrus fruits like limes and grapefruits. But considering got all those other hops in it, they're not really there. There's not, I mean, it is a pale ale, so you expect it to be a lighter, brighter beer anyway. You're not getting that sort of tea, black tea coming through from the Idaho 7. Simcoe, I mean, there's obviously grapefruit. Simcoe can be very grapefruity, but it could also be very earthy, I think. You're not getting that as much. But considering it's very lemony and citrusy, damn refreshing. It cuts through your thirst. There's more than just a lemon flavour. I've had beers before where you get, especially cheap supermarket beers, you get a lemony flavour and that's it. But there's depth to this flavour. Body-wise, fairly soft carbonation, but very light as well at the same time. I mean, I think that the appearance of it makes you think it's going to be a little bit more medium body than it is. It's definitely very light, but it's typical of what you would expect from a pale ale. There's a little bit of bite on it, carbonation-wise, a little bit of pop. But generally, it's pretty much perfect for what you would expect from a very good pale ale, and that's what this is. So if you like lemony, citrusy flavours, you want a little bit more. Oh, the grapefruit actually is coming through now. It's developing there. There's lots of citrus, but developments of lemons, limes, and grapefruits almost as you drink it. And actually, I'm actually getting a little bit of sort of dry bitterness. I mean, it's a double dry hopped. I'm getting a bit of dry bitterness on the back end, and that bitterness is slightly piney, but much more sort of rind of grapefruits, and even maybe a little bit more earthy, that black tea coming through from the Idaho 7. So it's actually more complex, as I probably expect. I probably drank it a little cool. I like Pales a little colder, and it's quite a warm day today, so I've already had it out 15-20 minutes. But as it's warmed up in the glass, that flavour is developing. It's not a bad beer. As I say, it's a lot better than any pale ale I've had in a supermarket, and it's better than most of the Polly stuff in the supermarket, pale ale or otherwise. So a great beer, nice, great cause, lovely pink and gold can. It's a winner. So let's get them scores live. Okay, we're ready to do some live scores for Polly's Ceres, a double dry hot pale ale. In the interim of that short break, I had a quick look at what Ceres is, and it is, I'm right, it is a god, not a Greek one, a Roman god. It's a Roman god of agriculture, grain, crops, fertility, and motherly relationships. That's what it says on Wikipedia. So obviously a women-themed sort of beer for obviously collaboration for the International Women's Day. I'm not sure where that was. I think it was about at least a month ago, I think. But it's a great beer, lots of citrus, and a very solid pale ale from Polly's. So let's go through the scores, starting with aroma. Well, lots of lemon, and there is in the aroma, there's certainly more of a lemony sort of aroma. Yeah, whereas the flavour, you get a bit more development in the flavour. But there's definitely, for me, it's very lemony. It's inviting though, and on a hot summer's day, I think it's pretty good. So aroma-wise, I'm giving it 13. Appearance. Well, I think it looks pretty good. Certainly a lovely yellowy, hazy beer. The head looked quite good. It's retained. It's only a sliver of it, but there is a retention of head. I think for a pale ale, it's pretty solid. I'm giving it an 8. Flavour. Well, when I first tasted it, I thought it's a little bit one note lemon sort of thing, but as it's warmed up in the glass, you're getting strong lemon flavours. That develops into lime, grapefruit. You get earthiness, you get dry bitterness on the back end. It's a bit more complex and there's a bit more depth than you'd expect from a pale ale. Yes, it's very citrus heavy. I mean, I didn't mention crush, which I think is much more tropical. There's not much tropical flavours in this. It's very, very citrusy, lemons, limes and grapefruits. But it tastes good, and for a pale ale, it's not bad, so I'm giving it 34. Value for money. I can't even remember how much I paid for it. I bought it in a bottle shop. And you go in there, and I didn't have my glasses on, so I didn't actually see what the price was. I thought, it's not going to be that much. And then I obviously swiped me phone, and then I thought, I don't even know what I paid there. So I bought two different Polly's beers. I would say this was under a £5, pretty good for a pale ale, but it's a solid. I'm going to give it a solid 7 for value. And overall experience, well, it's an enjoyable beer. It is what it is. It's a pale ale, but I've said it once, I'll say it again. Polly's make very good pale ales. A little bit more depth, soft, good colour with the beer, very hazy, nothing weird going on. I think I'm not picking up all the 4 hops if I'm going to be really sort of like critical of this beer. But it's a solid tasting beer, and sometimes you just want something citrusy and light and flavoursome, and this is definitely that. So overall experience, I'll give it a 14. So let's top the scores up. 21, 55, 62, 72, 76. 76, pretty much in the midpoint of the recommended. I think it's a solid score. I think it's, for me, pale ales are not my favourite sort of beer. I like IPAs. I like double IPAs. So if you drink a lot of those and you drink pale ale, it's always going to be a bit lacking. But thinking of pale ales that I've had, and I don't have that many, this is a very good one, and I suppose it should be rewarded for that, really. So if you like pale ales and you want something with a bit of flavour and you like the citrus side, which I'm more of a fan of the citrus than sort of tropical side, then this one's pretty good. It's for a good cause, so yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and until the next one, you know what you do. Drink good craft beer, and of course, keep on rocking.